we need a motion for our consent agenda. Can I please have that?
I move that we accept our consent agenda, which includes the purchasing and accounting report, the Human Resources Department report, minutes for the board business meeting December 4th, 2012, board policy revision C3, parent or guardian concerns about curriculum and instructional materials, G14, buying and selling of property, I2, graduation requirements, S2, student records, privacy rights and release of information, and the Joint Educator Evaluation Committee, which is a change of a parent member.
Thank you, Laurel. Can I have a second? Thank you, Rosemary. Emery. Any discussion? Seeing no discussion, all those in favor?
I have a question.
Yes.
Or, I mean, a comment.
Yes.
I just think, especially for our new board members, that before they get on the consent agenda, these policies have really been discussed, and they're just not automatically moved onto the consent agenda. And I don't know if you discussed it in orientation, how these policies.
Mikel and I did it for 2 hours last night.
Yeah, we didn't discuss it enough in orientation, and I appreciate Michael raising some great questions pretty much about each of the items on the consent agenda and how to get more information so you feel confident and prepared to act on the routine items. So
And that every board member's input is important. But once it gets to this consent agenda, that's really not the time to bring up lengthy discussions. I don't think it's expedient for the board business. That's my.
Well, that's why we take the call.
That is, thank you, Rosemary, for that follow-up. That is exactly why there can be a request to take those off. And I appreciate actually, that clarification from Michael also, because that sometimes there's so much in our orientation. Sometimes it's when you get to the actual meeting that you think, oh, we probably didn't talk about that long enough, or give you enough information about that. So I appreciate both of those comments. Any other discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Great, thank you. We do have one, yes.
Can I raise a point of order on the agenda? We, and I brought a map here to kind of demonstrate this, but on the agenda, I'm a bit concerned, and maybe you can rule on this, that it says that we're representing precincts. I think we've had this discussion before, that I was elected to represent District 2, not Precinct 2. And so, I can pass this out. I brought some information that kind of quotes the state law of the and then I have a map here. So Precinct 2 is actually in my district, and that's one of 11 precincts, voting precincts. So by state law, there's voting precincts. So I don't know if we can change, with the ruling on, or if you can give us a ruling and change the wording on our agenda.
It is
precinct for school boards.
unless it's for precinct, but it's school board.
And where is that coming from? The state law says that it's a district.
Well,
I think they interchanged the name a lot.
Yeah.
I do too, and as you yourself pointed out in an earlier discussion, if you look around the state, there are many school districts, and I'm sure it's the majority that use precinct as opposed to district. The only place it says district is on the map that was created by the city
Right.
after the redistricting. And that's an artifact, I believe, of the software they were using and the fact that they were in control of that
Well, it says
making process.
That's why I passed out the letter. It says it in state law also, and I'm just concerned that as a school district that we would follow state law, and it says that the school district is to be divided up into districts and that we represent a district.
And I would, yes, bring up point of order that this should not be discussed right
Right,
It's not on our
it's
agenda.
not on our agenda, so let's take this into
No, it's
consideration.
a parliamentary point of order that if you would, if you don't want to change that, then we can pursue other avenues to correct that.
It's
but
not
as
that
you
we don't
said-
want to change it, let us look into it, and then
Okay.
that gives us an opportunity to study and look at it, and then we'll bring it back
All
at
right,
the next
thank you.
meeting.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, so we do have one request